We are live here from Jake Sweeney Stadium for this neutral site runner-up for the regional final game as Lakota West Firebirds, ranked 2, 11-1, will take on the Saint X Bombers, ranked 6, 9-3. Andrew, this game is huge. There's also one, across the road in Mason between Princeton and, of course, Muller. What does West have to do in this game to get the win?
I think a big part of this game is how you come out and set the tone early. And both of these teams have a lot of talent running the football. So I think for both teams, it's going to be how they pass the football that's going to really determine it, because we know they're going to get what they want running the football. But, when it comes to passing the ball, both of these teams don't do a great job. So they're going to have to be able to do that and adapt to this game. And I also think it's just going to be winning the battle of the trenches, asserting your offensive line and making sure that you can really out-tough in this game.
So here we go. The kickoff awaits. The blood is boiling in these young men. The kick is up, and it's a high flyer. And once again, the do-it-for has a touchback. Like you said, that run game is going to be a big part of this game. The only time West has lost this year and got close to losing like last week against Elder was because of that run game just not, being efficient enough and the adaptation just not happening.
Yeah, and in that game, really, it was tough for West most of the game, and it's really in those moments where West is struggling to develop the run game, they've got to be more two-dimensional. I feel like they kind of just become really one-dimensional when they are only running the football, and it can lead to a lot of stagnant offense. But defensively here, they got to make sure they can stop that deep ball. Other than that, though, this defense is loaded, and it should have a really good night.
For sure, and both student sections are here to watch. Herbstreit, quick handoff up the middle. That will be the run to Vollmer. Vollmer being that lead back with over 628 yards of offense, and that one goes for about 3.
Yeah, and one more key to the game that I forgot to mention in the pregame is that another thing that West needs to do is special teams. I think that's both teams. In the Week 1 game of this season, or between these two teams, both teams had blocked punts, which set up great field position and scored for both of the teams. So that's going to be a huge factor in this one.
Herbstreit in the pistol. Vollmer as the back in the backfield. 4 guys on the line. West shows blitz. Snap, they will blitz. Vollmer again. The power back falls forward for a few more, and it'll be 3rd and very short at about the 29.
Yeah, a gain of about 4.5 there, so it'll bring up about 3rd and inches.
Looks like they're going to give him the first. I did not think that was even close, but they will. Vollmer drops the ball. West falls on it. The ball is out. Vollmer just dropped it. It was a rough snap to begin with, and then Herbstreit tried to give it to Vollmer. Vollmer dropped it, and St. X will recover, and they'll get about a couple inches there and bring up 2nd and very long.
Very good break from X there. That is not the way you want to start the game offensively with that fumble, but they got really lucky that they were able to dive on that ball. And those little mistakes could definitely impact the outcome of this game when both of these teams are so closely talented to each other.
Yeah, that could have been a huge momentum shift, but the motion man is Britt. Herbstreit rolling to his right. Thomas trying to get to him. Herbstreit heaves it deep, and he's got Britt. Looked like he might have had one in, but the ref will say no. It was a dime from Herbstreit, but Britt was not able to hold on to it inbounds.
St. X student section wants a catch. They're not going to get it. Yeah, he definitely had his foot out of bounds there, but that was a really good effort. And again, that deep ball is something the Firebirds need to clean up. And he got freed in coverage there. It looked like really good coverage downfield for a while there, but he just flew past him at the very end. And those effort plays at the end of those plays are going to be huge. And West cannot allow those type of plays to happen if they want to stop this St. X defense. But this West student section getting loud here, trying to come up with a huge 3rd down stop.
Here we go on 3rd and 10. No backs. Herbstreit going to take it himself. Likes the angle. He's got the first down and more to the 45, to the 50. Still going. Look at the legs on him inside the 40. And they are deep into West territory for the first down.
And Chase Herbstreit has done it with his legs all year. It's not been how, he has not been really stagnant with his pass or with his running game. It's really been his passing game that he needs to improve on. But we all know that he has the ability to escape the pocket and make plays with his legs all day he wants. I mean, he had a really good week against Lakota West in week 1, and looking like he might have that same type of stat line here tonight.
7 rushing touchdowns for him on top of 16 passing. Herbstreit, snap. He'll flip it to Vollmer. Vollmer's got a big gain. Ball comes out. It's in the air. It looks like West. It's still on the ground. Still rolling around. And it's finally recovered by West. Inside the, I believe, 25-yard line. West takes over, going the other way.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. It looked like a volleyball match out there. Just bouncing all around. And it ends up in the hands of the Firebirds.
Oh, my gosh.
Tough break for X.
I thought that was going to go forward for 10. It was going to be another lucky break for X, but no.
Those are the plays that can win you football games. Those type of turnovers.
I don't know about you. I don't know if anyone forced that. It looked like it popped up in the air. I'm not sure who recovered it, but it definitely was high in the air. Definitely, like you said, it looked like a volleyball game there. So West will take over while sets up in shotgun. This O-line has done wonders for the team all year. 3 wide. Johnson to his left. Snap. He'll give it to Johnson. Johnson fights forward, and he'll get about 3 there to bring up 2nd and 7 from about the 27-yard line.
Now comes here, can West answer after that turnover? They were able to pass the ball, strangely enough, against St. X. Sam Wiles in that game had a really good night, but, throwing for 105 yards and a touchdown, so that passing was not the problem in that game, but they need to be able to pass the football tonight because St. X knows that West is going to want to load up on that run game.
Here we go, 2nd and 8. Wiles. He'll take it himself. He loves to do it, and that's why a nice gain from him. And now it's 3rd and short, which is a scary territory for this multi-action offense. Looks like I think Wiles might have lost his shoe right there, or something came off of him. They'll give it to the ref.
And now this X-student section getting pretty loud here after that read option run up the middle from Wiles.
The no huddle. They'll look to the sideline. Maybe change up the play a bit. They have Gilbert as the extra blocker, someone who has not been here for a while with that leg injury, but he is back here tonight. Not sure if he is 100%. Wiles in shotgun. Snap. Another bobbled snap, and Wiles is sacked in the backfield. A huge play by the defense. St. X flying in to make the play. What a play by Ben Lehman to get the tackle and bring up 4th down.
And Ben Lehman, he's been a threat all year. 4.5 tackles for loss and 38 total tackles. And then to add that sack on there, he'll have 1.5 now. Really nice play there from Lehman coming off inside, and there was nothing Wiles could do.
So we will see Mark Hort kick this one away. He has done a solid job all year. Deep to receive is Vollmer. Another low snap. Barely gets it off. And that one will tip-tap go. And it will be returned to the 50. And he is blown up. What a defensive play right there.
Derek Edwards laying the hammer down.
I mean,
what a hit.
Seriously, what an impressive hit right there. Chase Stadenham did not know what hit him. I mean, Derek Edwards on a great defensive job, and he does an even better one on special teams right there.
But X, even after that hit, still has great field position at their own 49-yard line. So they're winning the field position battle early, and we talked about that before the game. The special teams and that field position battle is going to be huge.
I expect a huge defensive battle in this game. Both defenses are strong, very, very matchable against each other. They'll give it to Vollmer. Vollmer up the middle, and a nice run from him to fall forward for the extra yards.
Someone's helmet came off on that X offensive line.
That one was Tucker Katniss. Just flew off there. I thought it might have been the football again. It's been a loose game for the football. I'm not sure if someone put anything sticky on there, but it's just going everywhere.
Yeah, they might have rubbed some butter on it before the game.
Already seen a couple of rough snaps as well as 2 fumbles, one of them going to West, the other one recovered by X, but nevertheless, it is 2nd and 6. Herbstreit in the pistol. It'll be a snap. Give it to Vollmer. Vollmer has a lane. He's got a ways to go, and he's got the first down to about the 34-yard line, where he's finally tackled right there by Joel Drake.
And right now, early in this game, X really seems to be the better team in the trenches right now. They're getting blocks on the outside, and they're getting open holes for their best running back, Daniel Vollmer. So really good job so far from X. West is going to need to step up their intensity.
Yeah, West is definitely a team that starts kind of slow in that first quarter and really heats up in that second and third, and usually are able to let off the gas in the fourth, but definitely not against a team like X. The motion man. Snap. He'll give it to Vollmer again, and Vollmer has nowhere to go. What a tackle right there.
Looks like it might have been Edwards once again.
Yeah, and Edwards, I think it was Zerlinden down there too in the trenches.
And that D-line for West is going to have to carry them in this one. They got to get pressure on the quarterback, Herbstreit, but you can't let him run out of the pocket and get those big gains like he had on that last drive. So 2 times now, X is getting the ball inside West territory. Can they take advantage of it this second time?
Normally we've seen West with turnovers, like I said, in that first quarter getting a little slow, but so far they are winning that turnover battle. So Herbstreit motions Vollmer out to the slot. Snap, he'll throw it. Looking around, over the middle, and what a throw right there by Herbstreit. Tough in the pocket, completed. Nice catch right there by Andrew Pierce. And that'll be a first down.
Yeah, threading the needle over the middle, found his man, and not much you can do there if you're West. It was decent coverage, but he just made a nice route, and it was an easy throw for Herbstreit.
Really thought that might have gotten tipped. 1 or 2 guys could have gotten that. Just tipped it up in the air, but it will be a first down at the 27-yard line of Lakota West territory. They are marching the ball downfield. This is a scary situation for West. There'll be a snap. He'll take it himself. Herbstreit, nowhere to go. The big play by Giordano.
And it seems like every time X starts to gain some momentum, West just shuts it down defensively with a play of their own. So it's gonna be a big night tonight for both sides of the football.
So I think it's gonna be 3rd and 14 now. Excuse me, 2nd and 14.
And that West student section did a pretty good job showing out tonight.
Same with St. X, both these student sections. Impressive job here in this big playoff game. 3 wide to the left. 6 blockers down there. He's got Britt as the extra blocker. Herbstreit steps up, takes a hit, but it is caught, and a big catch right there. And he's pushed forward, possibly the first down by Cam Taylor. Big play right there, big part of this offense. Herbstreit took a hit right there, though.
And Colin Ogletree on the coverage just kind of lost him. Was able to get the tackle down with some help, but tough there for Lakota West.
Secondary that's kind of struggled this season as of late.
And they were really good the entire year, but these past few weeks in the playoffs and against East, they've really shown their weaknesses with that deep ball. And we saw it even against those lower teams in the GMC. They were able to find some success with that deep ball.
Vollmer up the middle, tries to fall forward. It was 3rd and 1. I don't think they're going to give it to him. And now they will move the chains. So another first down, a hard-hitting run right there by Vollmer. Wow. So it'll be 1st and 10 inside the 15. West defense needs to step it up. The secondary has definitely been struggling.
Tough break there from West. It was a 3rd and very, very short, and they had a good stop defensively. We know how good that D-line is, but Vollmer, with those legs churning, was able to pick up the first down.
Huge run right there by Vollmer. The motion man is Britt. Herbstreit will take it himself. Up the middle. He's got a first down and more. Fighting inside the 5. Will not get the touchdown, but it's on the, I believe, 2-yard line, setting up a touchdown in the future. Nice run right there by Herbstreit.
Wow, and right now, X is rolling offensively. But, you know, in that first game, X was up 7-0 in the first quarter, and we saw how that one ended. So anything's possible. Don't get too down if X does score here if you're West.
Definitely a strong comeback against Elder. But we'll see if they can do it right here. So on 1st and 1 from the 1, Herbstreit will take it himself. And he is into the end zone. So a huge touchdown. Coach has got to be ecstatic after that one. 6-0, 7, barring a missed extra point.
Really good drive there from X. Everything you want to see. They took what they got from that first game, and they let it loose there. So they've looked really good these past few weeks against Milford, against Winton Woods, and now so far tonight against West.
Not sure. Coaches are talking to the refs of a little bit of pause of play before this extra point. It's going to be Cam Taylor, someone I believe he took over midway through the season. He has done a very impressive job kicking this football. Extra point is up, and it is good. So a great start for St. X. It is 7-0 with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this first half. It's been an incredible game so far. Make sure you're back for the next drive. So as we await the kickoff, Andrew, what went wrong for West right there on that first drive?
Downfield, really, they were just beaten in that secondary. Herbstreit was making those intermediate throws, and then eventually, as their drive went on, he killed him with his legs and punched it in the end zone. So they just got to clean up a lot of stuff defensively, but they should be fine if they can get those issues covered up.
Low kick, and it will be bounced in the air and taken himself. I think that was Colin Ogletree on the return.
Ogletree had that muffed return last week, but it was Jaden Brogdon.
Yeah, Jaden Brogdon on that return. So he'll take that not too far, just to the 15. Kind of a rough spot. Nice kick right there. No flags throughout this game. West only had 2 minutes of possession offensively. So we really have not got to see much of this offense. And we will see it here. 3 wide. Luca is in there as the extra blocker. Wiles sets up in shotgun. Johnson to his right. X brings pressure. Johnson has the carry. Takes a hit, and he will fall forward for a nice gain of about 4 or 5 right there.
And having Luca Gilbert back is huge for the Firebirds. They need him as that blocker on the tight end, even though he doesn't produce that much receiving, which he has actually this year, but that's not his main role. His main role is to block for this team, and he does an amazing job. So look for him to maybe get a good reception here if X forgets about him in the passing game.
Wiles going to take it himself. Thought about throwing it, but he'll take it. And might not have been the best decision as they only get 2.
And now West is going to need to become more two-dimensional. They've been way too one-dimensional to start. It's what gets them in these holes early in this game. They can't afford that here. Can't afford to give X the ball right back after they just scored a touchdown.
This is a spot I think you might see a run here just because it's 3rd and short-ish, 3rd and 3. And obviously this team likes to lean on the run, so you might see it. Wiles in shotgun. No backs to his left or right. Looking to the coaches, might call a bit of an audible here. Play clock down, and they will not get it off. The flag comes out.
First flag of the game.
Timeout Firebirds.
Okay, so they will
timeout.
Yeah, they will wave that flag, and it'll be a quick timeout for West. Stick around, and we'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Wiles in shotgun, no backs after the costly timeout. Snap, he'll take it himself. Has Yangle, runs into his own man, and he's stuffed again, and they will have to punt.
Wiles, number 2.
Wow. What a defensive stand right there by St. X. Looked like he might have had that angle on the outside, but the punting unit comes out.
Those are the plays that will turn a game into the other team's favor. Right now has been a very poor start for Lakota West.
Yeah, that's your second 3rd and short that you cannot convert. And now the defense is going to come out, but first we'll see this punt. High punt, way over Marquette's head, and that will fall into the back of the end zone, and it will be a safety for St. X. What a turn of events for Lakota West. The snapping has not been on it tonight, and it'll continue, so it'll be 9-0, and Lakota West will get the ball back. Or excuse me, St. X will.
With 1 second in the first quarter.
No words right there. That just cannot happen.
0.
And right now, X looks like the far superior team, and this could be a long night if Firebirds keep this up.
You got to imagine it's got to be nerves with, everything on the line, season on the line. It's just going to be something that you have to keep in check if you're Lakota West.
But something that West has to put into their minds is that they've beaten this team before. They've been down against this team before. They've got to find some type of energy with how this offense is playing right now. I just don't know. This stadium might be cursed this year for this team. First the Princeton loss, and now they're back here already down 9-0 in the quarter. But we'll see if they can figure something out.
This has been a team that has been able to come back.
Number 96, Kofi.
And it looks like we're going to see a traditional kick instead of that punt, but deep from the 20-yard line, so it'll already be great field position for St. X. Adufor kicks this one, a very, very good deep kick down about the 17. He's going to take it himself. Nice return to about the 36, and now St. X will take over.
That'll be the end of the quarter. Not a one to remember for the Firebirds. We'll head into the second quarter with higher hopes as the Firebirds here on Lakota Western Broadcasting.
So Herbstreit in the pistol. Another handoff to Vollmer, which has worked pretty much all game. That right there will get about 2-3 yards to bring up second and about 7.
And here we go, Firebird defense. This is the biggest drive of your season. Can you get a stop here? You're going to have to get one if your team wants to win. And I do have confidence in them. They've been in these positions this year. This is one of the best defenses in the entire state of Ohio. So they're going to find something here. They got to find something. They cannot let X keep throwing it over the middle like they have. Got to make some sort of adjustments.
I mentioned it all year. I'll mention it again. Every time one part of the offense or defense messes up, the other recovers. So Herbstreit will give it to Vollmer, and right there, the defense comes in, making the big play. Grant Bierman and company, I think that was Giordano getting in there to get the action, bring up third and very long.
Just bullying him straight at the point of attack right there. If you can get a stop here, you can get the ball back, get yourself a chance to score. You can change this game entirely. You just got to get that momentum shift. X started off with the momentum. Now the student section's getting loud. You got to hold yourself here. This could be your last game. You got to go out there and put it all on the field.
Obviously, you don't want to base anything on vibes, but they really do affect the game in the mindset, and you're going to see it right here. Herbstreit looking, rolling to his right, gets out of the first defender, fights through the second, weaving, still going to the 40, to the 45, into Lakota West territory, and that is a first down. What a run on third and long by Herbstreit.
We mentioned Herbstreit can use his legs, and right there, breaking the hearts of this west sideline. Nothing you can do there. You just weaving through, and oh man, that's going to bring up another first down, and they're looking to get even deeper into this territory. They're almost out of their own territory at their own 49-yard line.
Right at midfield. We'll see what Herbstreit can do. This defense made a great play, just wasn't able to hold down the fort. Motions Britt. They'll give it to Britt. Out of the sweep, still going inside the 45 and close to that first down marker, but not quite there. It'll bring up second and very short.
And X is playing such a disciplined game so far. You can tell they came in right here with this game plan. Steve Specht, he's a great game prepper. There's a reason he has 4 Ohio Big School championships, and he's been able to do it his entire career. He's been the head coach at X since 2003, and he won the D1 Coach of the Year one year, and he's won all sorts of awards, so he can get the job done at the highest level, and he's showing it right now.
Herbstreit gives it to Vollmer. Big run by Vollmer, but not able to escape the defense. Finn, Mason, and Bierman making the play, and it's going to be very close to that. No, they will give it to him. So first down, just enough for that first down to about the 40-yard line for Vollmer.
And X is just slowly killing this Firebird team, taking it minute by minute. They are not in any hurry at all with a 2-possession lead already, and they have the ball. So they are feeling really good about themselves right now.
So at the 40, it is first and 10.
And you can tell both of these teams are so much different than they were at the start of the season. West was airing it out as much as they wanted, and they were getting every single type of play they wanted, and now it's all runs. That's a sight you don't really want to see. Not very encouraging if you're West.
Herbstreit off a play action, steps up, rolling to his right, decides to throw, and what a throw on the run to Britt. Another first down, about a 17-yard play, and it'll move the chains inside the 25.
They're just killing him. They cannot stop this man, Chase Herbstreit. He came in with a will to win tonight.
You can tell, the revenge. I think he's been waiting since week 1 to play this team.
It kind of reminds you of that Hamilton-Princeton matchup we saw last week where Hamilton beat them in that first game and then Princeton absolutely laid it to them in that next game. Hopefully, as a West fan, hopefully that's not the same case here.
Herbstreit in the pistol. Vollmer in his backfield. Off a play action again. Pressure again trying to get to him. Gets it out again for the 8-yard gain. That one to Matthew Horst for the close to that first down. The big tight end, 6'3".
And West's passing defense is really showing their weaknesses here. St. X is 3rd in their conference in passing yards. That's not their main objective. Their main objective is to run the football down your throat, and right now they're doing it in any way they want. They can throw it, they can pass it, and right now they're doing both.
So 2nd and 3. Long huddle inside the 15. They're going to have to go quick to get this one off. Be too wide, very bunched formation. Herbstreit will give it to Vollmer. Vollmer tries to make a man miss, won't get there, and that'll bring up 3rd and short. This is a momentum change if West can get a stop.
And you got to be thinking this is 4th down territory again. X wants to continue to add to this lead, and they know a 12-0 lead would not be comfortable at all with how West has come back this year in games, so it's going to be really a big deal for West to get a stop here.
3rd and 1. West student section coming alive. He'll take it himself, and I think he has it for Herb Street.
Just too easy. An easy push for X and another easy first down. They are moving the ball at will right now.
Nice play call by Speck. Don't overthink it. Just get that first down. Don't worry about anything else, especially with the comfortable lead that they have.
That's a first down for the Bombers.
Now it's 1st and 10. This defense is just getting rattled away. They've been on the field for so long. Time of possession is going one way for sure. 5 guys on the line. Motion Britt. Herb Street looking. Mason tries to get to him, and he gets the throw out, but it'll be a loss of 1 going to Matthew Winger. Excuse me. It'll be Ben Solorio again. And a nice throw. Barely got that one out before Mason laid him out. But it'll be 2nd and about 13 now.
Really good job from West there, defending that play. They got pressure off the edge, and then he got the completion, but it's still the pressure caused him to kind of underthrow it a little bit, which made it hard to catch.
Here we go. Herbstreit again has Vollmer to his back. He has been his crutch tonight. He'll give it to him. A nice run up the middle, and there's nowhere to go, and Vollmer is in. It'll be 15-0 now. Lakota West in a hole.
They are getting it handed to them right now. Man.
What a run right there. Really fooled on that handoff. I think most of that West defense thought Herbstreit was going to keep it, and Vollmer got the play and first down and also that touchdown. So 15-0. Extra kick will come from Taylor. The kick is up, and it is just barely good, but good nonetheless. So 16-0. Keep in mind, this is still a 2-possession game. We'll stay here for this break. Andrew, what does West need to do to get back in this game? I know you mentioned a couple things pregame, but now that you've seen some of this action, I mean, West needs to get something going, but what is it?
They need to throw the football more, but they also just need to stay true to who they are. You don't want to get too far away from running the ball, but you got to get something going down the field. You're not just going to be able to make up 16 points in one play, obviously, but you have to sustain a drive here. You have to get points on this drive here. If you don't, your season's probably over. And I think they know that. I hope Coach Bolden knows that. I hope this team knows that, and I hope they're ready to come out here and execute. And they have to draw something up on this drive, because if they don't, I mean, it's not looking too good out there right now.
You want to keep that run game, smash it down your mouth personality, but if it's not working, Bolden in this offense, they need to adapt. They need to get yards on the board. And if it's not going to be through the run, it has to be through the back. Like you said, you don't want to panic and throw an interception or two because of that panicking, but you got to get some yards down on the field. And, I mean, the snaps, you can't be having that in a playoff game like this, but we will see number 82, Tommy Wall, kick this one away. Mason back deep to receive. He is dangerous. Low flyer. Mason will take it. A little bit of a bobble. He'll take it himself. Up the field. He's got a big gain. Down to the 40. One man to beat, and he does get to him at the 48 or 49. West takes over with incredible field position.
Talk about a momentum shift right there. That's what you need, but now you need to go capitalize and go down and score this football, which has not been easy tonight to move the ball. They have no first down, so they have to get something going here. Have to.
St. X defense, they average, it's first in the in their league in the GCL, 13.6 points per game. What? I mean, they've done such a good job against this West offense. It's not West's strong suit, but it is no slouch. And now it is time for Wiles to get the job done. No backs in the backfield. 4 wide. You have to get a throw here. Wiles will throw it. Quick throw out to Davis, and it's just underthrown, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And maybe that's why they weren't throwing it. That did not look, that just did not meet the requirement of a good throw right there. Got to throw it more high. Just too low of a throw, but I think it's in his own head right now, Wiles is. He just got to get more comfortable and go out there and execute.
He does not look himself right now. That Oh, a very good play call right there. Had maybe 8 or 9 yards if he catches that, but just way too low for Wiles. Mouth guard flies out of his mouth there. He'll pick it back up and keep playing. Inside 10 on the play clock. He'll motion Norman. He'll take it himself. A nice gain right there. Inside Saints territory, hurdling a man, and that is the first down you were looking for.
There's the Sam Wiles we all know and love, the explosive Wiles. He needs to do it on his ground. He needs to carry this team right now. It has to go through Sam Wiles. Whether he's throwing the ball or running the ball, he needs to get out in space. Let him create with it, with his legs or with his arm.
Nice little hurdle there to switch the momentum to West. Jax Hendon had no chance, but first down for West. New set of downs. Wiles steps up in the pocket. Nice throw right there to Barnett, his favorite receiver, and that'll be close to that first down, if not second and very short.
And now West is starting to get an offensive drive going, but they have to score a touchdown here. Nothing's done yet on this drive. You still need to get points on the board. Now Kenyon Norman's checked in. Him and Johnson, that running back duo, they've been so good this year.
What a play right there. Wiles, something switched after that. I mean, I'll be blunt, not very good throw to Davis, and now he is locked in. So 2nd and 4. Motions Luca. 2 backs in that backfield. They'll motion Luca back to the left. 2 wide. Wiles. He'll take it himself. He'll flip it to Johnson. That's a nice play, and that's a first down, pushing his way in.
And there's the Lakota West we know and love. That's a team that, right there, if they can continue to sustain that, they can get themselves right back in this one. They just have to continue to execute.
That is what you want to see if you're a Lakota West fan. He looks comfortable again. This looks like you're playing how you pretty much have all season, and I think something switched. Wiles is looking very comfortable in the pocket. A lot of poise for such a young man. And so we'll see Johnson and Norman to his left and right. Snap. 4-man rush. Looking in the pocket. Fires. What a catch by Barnett. What a play off the curl. And I think that's a first down.
That was a grown man catch from Trey Barnett. He just pulled that thing in. A really good route. And a good, nice curl route. Easy pitch and catch from Wiles. And here come the Firebirds. They need to get something going here to keep their season alive.
Quick little score update. Princeton is currently tied 7-7 in the second quarter. Very impressive with how good Moeller has been. They've been the state finals contender pretty much all season. Wiles, snap. Take it himself again. Takes a huge hit, but gets a solid gain. And I'll bring up 2nd and medium.
So now, Wes, you're back in that kind of 2nd and 6 area, a spot they've been in a lot so far this game, but you have to get those positive plays and continue to get them. So I would look here, maybe let Wiles run it or let him pass it. This offensive line has played a lot better on this drive, though. Something clicked in them.
Here we go. On the 14. Wiles, snap, looking, gets it out, and just another underthrow. You got to connect right there. He had Norman on that out route, just wasn't able to complete it.
Yeah, he had him, and there wasn't much grass in front of him, but it still would have been a positive play. And now you got yourself in a 3rd and 6, and where if you don't convert this, you'll probably have to settle for a field goal. So you got to be thinking first down here. And I'm also maybe thinking 4th down territory. 3 points is not going to win you this game with how good this drive has been. You need to get 6 points up on that board. You're already down 16 points.
And obviously, touchdown is great. Any points is great, but remember, this is 2 possession territory with it being 16-0. Wiles off of play action. Outside. Caught. And dropped. I'm not sure if that's going to be fumbled, and it will be a fumble. Picked up by St. X going their way. And there will be no points on the board for Lakota West.
They're saying that might have been incompletion, but maybe they should review that. Because I'm not sure if he caught that football.
I'm not sure if they can review it, but, man, that's frustrating for Tyson Davis. He's got to be able to shake that off and continue playing. It was a big hit by St. X, and St. X will take over, not with good field position, but,
wow.
Yeah. Man, on the doorstep, just a frustrating play. And now Herb Street in this offense will take over. Vollmer on the end zone line. Herb Street in pistol. Lakota West brings pressure to Vollmer, and Vollmer is lit up. And that'll bring up second and very long. Nice play by the front seven.
Yeah, allowing nothing there. And they continue to do that, they're going to win a chance here. You have to get a stop here with how tough it's been.
So now it's 2nd and 11. Another tackle for loss. Something West has done very well, just not on those third down conversions. St. X has been all over them. We'll see what they do here on 2nd and 11. Vollmer will line up in that backfield again. Be a 4-3-4 for the defense. Herbstreit gives it to Vollmer again. Vollmer has a breakthrough, breaking tacklers down to the 10 or 11 yard line. He'll slide down, and now we'll bring up 3rd and very medium. This is a huge play for the Firebirds, to say the least.
Man, they cannot. They just that's tough. He just broke loose there.
Vollmer is such a talented runner, and you've seen it here tonight against one of the best defenses, like you said, in the state. So
Only
now,
a 3rd and 5, though, so looks like he got a lot more than that, but still.
yeah, ran very sideways on the field. I'd say ran about 20 to get 8. So, Herbstreit, big play. He'll give it to Vollmer again, and Vollmer has the first down and more, falling forward to about the 29 and another first down.
It's that offensive line that's just been carrying them right now. They're absolutely dominating Lakota West right now. There's nothing they can do.
Kind of reminds me of a few years ago. Got to go a few years back for this one, but that huge comeback at Firebirds Stadium. And you just got to pray that you see one tonight. Herbstreit, snap to Vollmer. Vollmer is fall forward for a few. We'll get about 3 or 4 there to bring up 2nd and about 7.
They just need to get a stop here. Doesn't even matter if they get any points getting the ball back. They just cannot allow this game to get even worse before halftime. And you got to remember, West does receive the kick in the second half, so
That's huge.
that is huge, but it's not huge if they can't get any points on the board.
If they can get a stop here with less than 2.5 minutes to go, that's
Big
something
if.
it is a big if, but if they can, it's something they work on a lot, getting downfield. If they can get downfield and they have ball to start, they could be looking pretty strong. But Herbstreit on play action, looking, pressure coming, gets it out, and he'll just throw that one away. So now it's 3rd and 6. This, I'll say it again, it's a huge play. You need a stop here if you're Lakota West if you want to get points on the board before half.
And that right there was the most uncomfortable Herbstreit has looked all night. He kind of just didn't know where he was throwing to, and it was good pressure from West. So now a 3rd and pretty manageable for St. X, seeing how they've been able to convert pretty much every single time. But still, 3rd and 6 here.
Yeah, Herbstreit, I mean, he's gotten a lot of pressure. This front seven isn't doing a terrible job. Offensive line holding strong. Just, he's looked, I mean, like you said, very comfortable in the pocket. But that one, not so much. To Vollmer. Vollmer takes the hit, nowhere to go, and that is 4th down. Now, they do have the option to go for it.
They better punt this ball.
If you're West, I think you hope they don't go for it, but it's
Herbstreit.
4th and 1. I think they're going for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for this. This is the biggest play of the game. If West can get a stop, they have a chance to score a touchdown.
They will have that the ball is on the 38 right now.
Wow. Gutsy call, but with how your offense has been playing,
This is huge.
they might try to hard count them and then call a timeout.
Yeah, it's down to 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to run a play here.
It would be a very good. Yeah, I think they're just running out the clock. Yeah. So they will call a timeout. So less than a minute and 20 to go. Andrew, so now West will get the ball to receive unless St. X does go for it. They're just trying to keep the clock down. It's down to 1:18. How do you expect this West offense to look after this punt. Obviously, they had that rough turnover. Are they going to recover?
Well, they just got to get something going. I mean, we talk about that for that game 2 years ago where they were down going into half. They were down 13 points in that game. Right now they're down 16, so they can get 3 on this board here. It'll kind of seem a little bit parallel to that one. So if they can at least just chip away a little bit and get 3 on the board here, so only be down 13 heading into half, it's a lot better than being down 16.
Again, I will go ahead and mention it now. We would be live with video. Of course, OHSAA restrictions with Spectrum streaming it. Just a quick reminder to anyone wondering why we are not currently live. But West defense will come out. 1:18 to go, 2 timeouts. You wish you had that one from earlier, for sure. And I think the offense is staying out.
You'd be right.
This is dangerous territory. Student section is coming alive. Watch for your QB sneak. I think they might just be trying to get the hard count. They're lining up hard.
Hard count. Yep.
And they will call another timeout.
They really just called. Wow.
2 back-to-back
Are you even allowed
timeouts.
to do that?
I guess so, Andrew. I guess so. I think it might be different for high school. I know in the NFL, I don't think you can call 2 back-to-back timeouts.
Yeah, that is really weird, but they did it, so, I mean, not really gaining anything there. They did try to hard count, but they already tried that before, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I guess
They just wasted a whole lot of our nights right there.
Hey, there's no other place that I'd love to, waste a football game with, and you're up in the booth. Fun time with everyone, our directors, roommates, and of course you, Andrew. Just a fun time up here. So now on 4th and 1, let's see. I don't think the offense is coming out finally, and we will see the punting unit. I'm wondering if Specht was did not know what he wanted to do, and then finally he's now decided, all right, I think I'll take the safe option. We are up 16-0. But this is huge for West. Mason's back deep to receive.
Number 45, Maxim.
We'll see Trent Maxim punting this one away. High punt. Up in the air. He'll receive. Mason has some running room. Cutting upfield to the 40. And he takes a huge hit.
Wow, what a hit.
I think that one right there was to Ben Lehman again making a big play. That was huge. I don't think Mason saw him coming. And so now they have very good field position with 1:07 to go. Got to get some passing yards going.
Yeah, and something I want to see, which would be a great sign, is can we get that basketball hoop out there and get some dunks going? We need that. The only way we're going to get that is if we can get some good plays, but hopefully we can get that here. Tyson Davis is not out on the field right now for offense, and he's probably their best deep threat.
He took a huge hit. I saw him down on the ground. Might have been nerves, might have been a stomach, but yeah, like you said, he's not out. So Wiles, look to the sideline. Less than 15 on the play clock. They're going to have to go kind of fast here on 1st and 10 at that 39-yard line. 4 out wide. Snap. Looking. Fires to the middle. He's got Barnett. Huge play on the sideline, and he's able to get out of bounds. So the clock will stop a very 4-second play for a first down. I don't think I've ever seen a 4-second first down play, but you will right there.
Really nice time management there, and now you give yourself a chance to go down the field and get some points on the board here.
Wiles read that defense like a book. I mean, just found the open man. So, play action, looking, pressure coming, gets it out to Johnson. Johnson, a huge hit. He'll fall down, only a gain of a couple. They're going to have to go fast now. Time clock under 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10. Second and about 7 here. Wiles looking to the sideline. They need to go fast. Time is wasting away. Under 40 now.
I gotta go.
Johnson on his left. Mason is out on the field at receiver. It'll be a quick throw to Mason. A screen play, and he'll get out of bounds, which is good, but now it's 3rd and about 4.
I don't know about that play.
You lost like 40 seconds right there.
For 3 yards, too. That's not going to cut it.
I think you need to call timeout there and regroups and, yeah, 2 yards even. 3rd and 5 now. St. X student section coming alive. They always bring a punch. Almost like a 12th man out there. Wiles, play action, looking around, takes a huge hit, and he'll lob that one out. Oh, and he looks a little shaken up there. I think he's okay.
I think they're going to go for it here.
I mean, you have to. You have 22 seconds to go. It's 4th and 5. I think the defense can hold them 30 or so yards. They got it out of bounds, so they have time to think about it. Under 15 to go for the play clock. At the 43. Wiles, shotgun, snap, looking, 4-man rush, fires. He's got Barnett, but it's too high. It's just too high. And that'll be a 1st down for St. X. Another huge defensive stop for the Bombers.
Man, they just cannot get anything going offensively.
We'll see if X tries to go for something. They only have 1 timeout, which I think was a big factor in Bolden deciding to go for it there.
A lot of frustration on this west sideline right now.
I think they're just going to go ahead and kneel this one out from that formation, and they will. So clock winds down, and West will receive, like you said, the second half. They need to get some points on the board. There's your bracket. It has been an incredible Southwest Division so far, and that Moeller-Princeton game has been incredible. But make sure you stick around, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, get a snack, do whatever you need to do, but make sure you are back for the last 24 minutes of this game here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So entering the second half of this game, Lakota West down 16-0, not a pleasant half, but if St. X can score 16 and a half, so can Lakota West.
It is a new day, a new half of football, and hopefully a brighter future for the Firebirds. They need some points here in the second half. I'm confident they will get it done. Tom Bolden, he's the best at making adjustments. He knows how to win these football games, and I'm confident in this defense. It's just, can the offense get it done? I'm also confident in this offense, though. They got to let Sam Wiles throw that ball.
Despite Wiles struggling, he is 6 of 10, so he's completing at a strong rate. But here we go. The kick is up from Tommy Wall, and it will be returned. Getting around that edge is Kamani Smith. He's got a lane to the 45, the 50, just the kicker to beat. And what a play from the safety.
Kamani Smith.
Kamani Smith. What a return inside of St. X territory.
What a play.
He mined the gap. He found the holes.
He plays corner sometimes for this team, and he's really good, but he does not get that much playing time. But right there, he shows out, makes a nice return, gets them huge field position. What a start to the half. Let's go score this football.
This is a position they've been in several times, and it's just going to be about, can they punch it in? So here we go. Wiles. Davison Barnett to his left. No one to his right. Gilbert on the line. Snap. To Norman. Norman, big hit. And he'll get about 2 there, 2nd and 8.
So a little run there. They got to get something going downfield. Obviously, you had that huge return. You needed that. But now can you continue that and try to get something here?
On 2nd and 8. Wiles, shotgun. Looks like the same formation, but this time at the right. Play action. Wiles throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Another low ball to Tyson. Looked like it might have rolled off the ground.
Caught that.
Very close. I think I might have seen it roll off the ground. I saw the West coaches throw their hands up.
So now it's 3rd and 8. They can get something here, though. But if Wiles had just placed that ball a little bit better, there was some green grass in front of Davis. He could have had at least a few more yards. But we'll see here. 3rd and 8, biggest play of the game for this offense so far.
Wiles in shotgun, no backs, 4 wide. Shotgun snap, fires, quick throw to Johnson. Close to the line, but he's not going to be there.
And Luca's angry. He was open.
Very open, and you have to go for it.
They will go for it.
4th and 2. You just called that one the biggest play for the offense. Now it is this one. Every play is huge. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Play clock under 20. They're looking to the sideline for support.
4th down for the Firebirds.
Davis in the slot, 3 to the left. Johnson, Wiles. He'll take it himself. He's got the first down and more. Spinning around, still going inside the 15. Flag comes out at the end of the game, or the gain, What a run by Wiles.
Sam the man, taking it himself for an easy first down.
Flag is down. It came late, so I would imagine
maybe a late hit or unsportsmanlike. I don't think, there's no way they can call this back. That would be absolutely devastating.
Yeah, I think it was far enough, and
it is against X, and that'll move it even further.
That is a 15-yard penalty. Those are always going to be huge. I think I heard a fan in the West yell, garbage ref, but I think he's happy about the call now. So 1st and 5 from the 5-yard line. We're seeing some movement. They converted on 4th, and now they have 4 downs to get 5 yards. The fans are alive. Wiles in shotgun. Takes himself a quick throw to Gilbert. Gilbert into the end zone. Touchdown, Firebirds.
Luca Gilbert wide open. Wiles finds him. Let him throw the ball, and that's what happens.
I think it's safe to say his leg is just fine with that one. And they're going to go for 2 here. This is huge. This will either stay a 2-possession game or make it a 1. Wiles has a quick little conversation with Bolden. We'll see what the man has drawn up. Play clock to 15.
And Tom Bolden, what a job he does at halftime.
Always adapting.
He might have broken another chair in that locker room.
Wiles looking around, spinning, fires, caught. Davis, it's short. Fighting. And he isn't going to get there. Wait. A second effort. I think they called it short. Barnett wants it in. But yeah, they will call that down before he gets in. So now it's 6-16, which is frustrating because it stays that two-possession game.
But still, though, a huge momentum shifter. They still have a chance in this one. They showed it right there. They can go down the field and score. Now it's up to the defense. You got to be feeling confident if you're this defense. If you can just get a few stops late in this game, you give yourselves a really good chance to come back and win. What a response, though, from the Firebirds. Not giving up, not giving in, staying true to who they are, and getting themselves a good situation here in the second half.
Yeah, and now both of these games, Princeton game as well, inside a 10-point game, theirs being 7-14 in favor more. I believe it's halftime now. This is huge. So a do before will kick this one away. The whistle is blown. And the kick will go up. A high flyer. It is returnable by Britt. Britt juggles it a little. He's got room to run. A nice return to about the 26, where Herbstreit will set up on offense.
So now can your defense get a stop here? This defense has got to be feeling confident. They didn't play their best half of football, to say the least, but they sure can do that here in this second half. They've made great adjustments all season long. In that East game, they were down. They allowed 21 points in the first half, but X has had 162 yards of offense in this first half.
That's just rush yards. So, I mean, that is incredible. So, Herbstreit will give it to Vollmer up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere to bring up second and long.
But we talked about that East game. They gave up 21 points in that first half to Kitten in that offense, and then in the second half only gave up 3. So this team makes adjustments well.
West player down. I'm not quite sure who it is. I think it's just some kind of cramp with the way he's reacting. I can't see a number. I'm not sure if you see one there. Mundy helping him out with the leg. It's going to be Cam Thomas. That is a big loss to defense. I think, just by the way he's reacting, it's just I think it'll just be a cramp, but he'll need to get that worked out on sideline. They'll have a quick timeout here. Defensively, I mean, if you're Herbstreit's offense, Andrew, I mean, you got to get something going and gain that momentum. What do you see here?
Yeah, I really think you got to get someone passing the football. They've been able to do that in the first half, but now that West defense is starting to clamp up and playing better, I think it's going to be down to Chase Herbstreit. Can he make those plays?
Herbstreit on the RPO. And he is dropped behind the line. Grant Bierman said, take a break, Cam. It is just fine here. So it's going to be third and very long.
And now we're starting to see those Firebirds that we all know and love flex their muscles here. They can get a stop here, a quick 3 and out. They're right back in this game. 3rd and 10. Biggest play of the game for this defense so far.
I think this one's even further than 10. That was a huge drop behind the line. I don't think Herbstreit saw Bierman coming right there. But now the crowd is loud. The fans are cheering. We are shaking. Herbstreit, 4-man rush. Fires to the middle. In the air. Incomplete. 4th down and long, and the punt unit comes out on the field.
And momentum is such a real thing in football. You see it all the time. You saw it last week. Lakota West down 7.
I think Zerlin is limping just a little. He'll get off the field. Not sure. I think he'll be okay. But what a stop. So we'll see Barnett and Mason back deep to receive.
Punter will be number 45, Matson.
It'll be Maxim with the punt. Mason will take it or let it bounce. And a huge, huge punt inside the 20, down to about the 20-yard line. And Mason wishes he had chosen to receive that, but now we'll see Wiles in this offense set up.
They get the ball right back, and now they have a chance. Last drive, they were aided by that big return from Kamani Smith, and now they're backed up at their own 20, but they still have been able to move the ball in the second half, so we'll see here.
8:33 to go in this third quarter.
Really going to look to get a good balance of running and throwing. You have a lot of time still left in this game. It seemed at halftime like time was running out very fast, but now you look at the clock and the score, and this game is a really close game right now.
Wiles takes it himself. A big run, another hurdle, down to the 35, and he's tackled to about the 38-yard line for a first down. A big run there. You just got to get some points on the board, and it's looking like they might.
And one thing I said about Wiles in that first half is they just got to let him play, and they just got to let him cook, really. And he's done that in this second half so far, using his legs, using his arm. Doesn't matter. He's getting the job done.
No huddle for Wiles. Out, nearly intercepted. That could have been very dangerous for this offense. That one by Aiden Reeder almost got his hands on it.
Wow, Wiles is super lucky. You can tell he was scared right there. That one was going to be taken. I mean, if he catches that, that's a pick six going the other way. But, wow, we know he has the talent. It's just they need to execute. And they got to get him running the football again, something like that, because it has been working as of late.
Yeah, I think he just got a little too ahead of himself there. Now we'll have a little bit more time to adjust. Play clock under 10. They need to go fast. They'll get it off. Wiles to Barnett. Barnett, he'll go it to about the 41, so it'll be third and about 6 there. This is a huge play.
Those screen plays, I'm not sure about them. They work occasionally, but right now they're just not really working for this West offense. They got to get something really going down the middle of the field. I think get some receiver crossing the field or something like that and get Wiles comfortable and ready to throw. And if not, he can escape the pocket. There's a lot of options here.
Here we go. 3rd and 6. Snap. Looking over the middle like you said, but just a dangerous throw and not able to pull down is Luca Gilbert, and that's going to be 4th and 6.
And Wiles, there was only a 3-man rush right there. He had all day to throw. I don't know if that was the correct throw. He probably could have taken a bit more of time, and now you just throw away a possession right there. You had all the momentum, and now it just went away. But if you can get a stop on defense, you can get it right back.
I think you really need to work the sidelines, which is what they've been able to do pretty much all game long. So a nice snap there. Marquette gets it off. A high flyer returned at the 20. Misses the first one. A nice return there. And now this offense will set up.
And you need to get some type of stop here. I'm not worried about this defense. I'm more worried about the offense. I know this defense is going to execute. They are the best at making halftime adjustments. Really look for that D-line to step up. They did a great job last drive, Vincent Giordano and those guys on that defensive line. And in the secondary, too, they really did a much better job fixing those holes.
Yeah, you got plenty of time, and you just need to use it correctly. Here we go. Pistol for Herbstreit. The give to Vollmer up the middle, nowhere to go, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
And this X offense has definitely slowed down a ton here. And it's mainly because that defensive line of West is getting a lot more pressure, making it a lot more uncomfortable for X. It's not just a walk in the ballpark.
I think they've gotten pretty good pressure. It's just been missing tackles. I mean, they've had the opportunities to make big plays, and the jukes and just the moves from St. X has just been too much for them. And I think they've improved on that aspect a lot in the second half.
And the tough running of Vollmer.
With the motion, Herbstreit. The run himself, a nice carry for him. falls forward for a couple more, close to that first down, and it will be. So first down.
And those are the first down runs that just absolutely take the life out of the defense.
Yeah, just pummeling it downfield.
And that's how you win a football game, though, is those type of runs. On 2nd and 8, you get 8 yards. Those are the plays that separate, the teams that can execute in the playoffs and win games and the teams that fall just short. But West here, still a lot of time left in this one, still a huge chance. They just got to get something going defensively.
1st and 10, Herbstreit in shotgun. The snap. He'll flip it to Vollmer on the outside. Trying to break away, not able to get there. The big play made by Colin Ogletree.
What a tackle right there. Ogletree's had some plays where he's been picked apart in coverage, but right there he showed why he's still a valuable asset to this team. He's done a really good job all season in coverage. He's one of their best corners, and he's showing it on the field right now.
Now it's 2nd and 10. West has been doing an incredible job of forcing those very second and very longs, but on those 3rd downs, they just have not been able to convert.
And now it'll be X with 2 receivers out left.
Herbstreit will take it himself, and he's blown up. Tried to escape, but Bierman making another huge defensive play. He is taking over.
Yeah, West is tackling much, much better in this second half than they were in that first half. And it's really been tough for St. X. But as long as they have this 10-point lead, there's not much to worry about for them. Until West can find some way to score on offense, St. X has all the tools they need to win this game. It's just West needs to find a way to dig themselves out of this hole offensively.
You cannot allow a first down here for West. It is 3rd and 13. Vollmer to his right. Or excuse me, Britt. Britt motions out to the right. He dropped it, picks it back up, and here comes the defense, hounding, nowhere to go, and another 4th down stop. Braden Zerlinen is fine, and it'll be 4th and long.
Really good defensive series there from West, getting themselves off the field, and now their offense has another chance. And you don't want to give Sam Wiles an opportunity here. He will make you pay. I just know Luka Gilbert is going to want to get that ball back in his hands. He's back healthy. He got that touchdown. You love to see it. And he's going to be able to do something here.
The defense has been your best offense right now. They might set up with better field position with the loss of yards. So Mason will receive. He's got room to run. And a nice chase down tackle right there.
Really good
number
tackle.
2. Yeah, for sure. Braden Riley, if he misses that, that's another 5-10 yards.
Yeah, and just those type of plays both teams have been making all night. Those tough tackles.
You're going to have the ball pretty deep in your own, or excuse me, forward in your own territory at that 42-yard line. But like you said, it's time to get offense rolling.
Yeah, and I think they will. I think they're going to do a much better job. You have great field position here. You got to get at least 3 out of this drive. That puts you only down by 1 score.
So Wiles, no backs in the backfield. 4 receivers out wide. Luka as the extra blocker. 3-man rush. Wiles going to take it himself. Nice hole up the middle. Takes a hit, and he'll fall back. I think I'll be about an 8-yard gain, so 2nd and short.
What a play from Wiles. It looked like his ankle was being pulled on there for a while, and then he was able to escape. He's just so nifty when he gets outside of the pocket.
That one taken down by Kobe Clapper. He's been the guy on this front 7, 4.5 sacks, 92 total tackle, leading the GCL.
Him and Lucas Bishop.
Yeah, he has been just a unit all year. So Wiles on 2nd and short. This is a chance to maybe take a shot downfield with those short yards to go. But he'll take it himself, flips it out to Norman, the fast runner. He's got room to run, and he's inside the 35. Flags down on the field.
Wiles had his hands over his head, so this one's going to be coming back most likely. Man, we talked about how little penalties there have been all night, and right there, that's one that's going to cost you.
So now you got to move all the way back.
Against the Firebirds.
She's still second down and fairly short, just about 4 or 5 to go. 6 to go, excuse me. So it's still very manageable, but that's a play that you want to have. Gets you into Princeton territory. Excuse me, that logo is confusing me, Andrew, but gets you into St. X territory. So Wilds in shotgun. He's got Johnson to his right. Snap. 3-man rush. Over the middle. He's got Davis. A big play and a first down.
There's Tyson Davis. That's what we were looking for. Right over the middle. That's what they need to keep doing, is throwing the ball over the middle. They are getting explosive plays when they need to. And Tyson Davis, he's hobbling off the field. Not a good look there, but still a nice energy play right there. And you got Brogdon coming in. They have the guys that they can back up and still make some nice plays.
You can expect a lot of him years to come, just a sophomore. So Wiles going to take it himself on the RPO. Nice play right there to get about 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, and when you talk about how players coming off the field and getting injured, it's always in these type of games in the playoffs and any game for Lakota West, it's that next man up mentality. You got to have it. You got to be ready to suit up when you need it and when your team needs it. And you see there, Reese Mason's in. We've seen him make some pretty crazy plays at receiver this year.
Talk about next man up. He came in. I can't remember quite who it was. I think it was
Mason.
It was Mason, yeah. He came in for Davis, and he made a big play, helped them bring down that win. So 4 wide. Wiles going to take it himself. Has a blocker, and a nice carry, and another first down for the offense.
And that Wiles run play is starting to feel a lot more energizing now. He's getting a lot more comfortable. You can see the confidence growing. I mean, imagine if Tyson Davis did not fumble that one big play in the red zone. That one drive. West would be in prime position here, but can't talk about those past mistakes. You got to look forward to the future here and try to execute and give yourself a chance to win.
You know, we were nervous about that run game and not adapting to the pass, but I think Bolden might have been playing 4D chess here. I think St. X's defense is very tired. So Wiles, snap, looking, off a play action, fires, going deep to the end zone. He's got Barnett. Tipped and incomplete to Barnett, and that'll bring up second and long, but I do like the aggression.
Wow, really good play there. It looks like it was Braden Riley in coverage. He made a nice pass breakup. Barnett thought he had it in the end zone, but Riley has been great this year. 4X on that defensive secondary. 4 total turnovers made by him, 2 fumble recoveries and 2 picks. So he's been doing it all this year for X, and I mean he continues to do it right there. That secondary is tough to play against, and man, that throw looked nice to Barnett, but really nice defensive play.
Bunch formation. Wiles off a play action. He's got Barnett. He's got him this time. Nice play. The stiff arm. Barnett still going on the outside. First down and more into red zone of St. X territory. Nice play for the young man, Barnett.
How about Trey Barnett shaking off the last play and making that run after the catch? We've seen him make some explosive plays all season long. You love to see the energy from him.
Perfect play call by Bolden.
And you saw him marking on the sideline, giving that look of approval. This team is locked in. They need 1 quarter to show the world what they can do.
Under a minute to go. Wiles in shotgun. 4 wide. Gonna take it himself. He's got blockers spinning around inside the 5. Another good run. Remember, you don't need the touchdown. You just need a first down.
And you feel the momentum is starting to shift in the Firebirds as there is an X-player injured on the field.
We'll get you that number as soon as we find out. But they will take a timeout. Andrew, what has gone so differently, not only in the second half, but this specific drive? I mean, it looks like Lakota West during regular season games against Coleraine and Sycamore, all those teams. I mean, what has gone different?
I think it's really been, in this game, it's been the adjustments. I think coming into this game, X was definitely more prepared in this first half, but in the second half, West has made those adjustments. They've brushed off those plays that kept them from making it a good game in the first half, and they've been able to ride the momentum, stay in it, and keep believing. And they know they have the talent to make it happen, and they've believed and Bolden has done a great job, and now they have themselves a chance to score another touchdown and really be back in this game.
That ex-defender is still down on the ground. It's very nerve-wracking. You never want to see an injury, especially this late in the season. I still cannot. There are a lot of people around him. I can't tell the name. So 47 on the clock. We'll take a short step aside. It looks like he's getting up, and we'll be right back after this timeout injury. So we're back. Lakota West down on the 2-yard line. It's first down and 2. Wilds in shotgun. Braden to his left. He'll give it to Johnson. The power back, and that is his job. Another touchdown to his totals. Braden Johnson does it again.
And this team, you can feel the energy. Micah Markley's hyping up the crowd. Everyone on this sideline is ready. This team might be back. A great block on the right side right there, getting Johnson out on the edge. And it was too easy for him to just walk into the end zone. A nice tackle attempt from X, but just too easy for the Firebirds, and now they have a chance to only be down 3 heading into the fourth quarter. And if you would have told us that West would only be down 3 entering the fourth quarter, we would have taken that absolutely after that first half that we witnessed.
No knock on wood needed. Kofi puts it a 3-point game. It is 13-16. 27 seconds left in this third quarter. This is Friday Night Lights. We'll be back right after this. It is 16-13. Your scoreboard is not malfunctioning. After being down 16-0, we are back. Very, very close game. So, ado before, we'll punt this one back to these very talented St. X return men. It'll be a high flyer, very short kick. And it's hit by St. X, but very, very smartly recovered right there by number 14, Benjamin Soluria.
Wow, could you imagine? That reminded me a little bit of the Elder game where that happened to West. They muffed a kick return. Elder recovered it, and with already having all the momentum, Elder went down and scored to put themselves in the lead. So has a very Elder West type feel that tonight with the momentum shifting to West late in the game.
You really see two different types of styles on kicks. You either go short and try to get a mistake, or you go for that Kofi Dufour, just kick it as hard as you can and get it into the touchback. So West defense and these student sections are coming alive. This is huge. I don't think I've ever seen a student section this loud on 1st and 10. Herb Street. Stadium pulse at an all-time high. Snap. Still looking. Great protection. Looking like holding. I don't see a call. Herb Street, plenty of time. Makes a man miss, and he'll gain a yard or two. That is very frustrating. I did not see a call. Giordano did not like that.
Wow, that was a clear hold on X, but they still couldn't even get that many yards off of it. So,
yeah, that is. I don't understand where the call was.
There was nothing going downfield. It was a good play from Herb Street to just run out of bounds, but this coverage in the second half from West has been entirely different. Feels like X can't get anything going right now.
I mean, how many completions does Herb Street have now in the second half? I can't imagine it's many. but just 14 seconds left. Another crowd spike. Here we go from Jake Sweeney Stadium. Herbstreit in shotgun. Low snap. Here comes the pressure. Barely gets it off. And it's intercepted. It's intercepted. Derek Edwards, the call is incomplete. He caught that. Oh, man, that is... I don't think the ref even thought that was intercepted.
It doesn't matter, though. Vincent Giordano's getting this crowd hyped up. It's still third and very long. A 3rd and 8 here.
Oh, my God.
7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Let's go. Let's get a stop here.
Oh, man, that's frustrating. I mean...
This defense, though, they need to be careful of the deep ball.
Clear hold. Yeah, you gotta play tight coverage. You know it's going through the air. Last play, potentially, of this third quarter. They'll give it to Vollmer. And they play is almost made by Mason, but the defense wraps it up. 4th and long. The stand is made.
And now, I mean, it is a 4th and short, so
I think about 4 there.
Okay, so it'll be a 4th and about 4 as we head to the fourth quarter. This is going to be one of the most exciting fourth quarters you have witnessed here in these high school playoffs. I mean, the last game we did was one for the ages, and this one could even one up that one. We'll be right back here for the fourth quarter on Lakota West Student Broadcasting.
So Zerlinden was down on the ground with a hand injury, but nevertheless, this punt return will go deep. Maxim will be the punter. A low snap. Gets it off. A low flyer. And make sure that does not touch anyone on West. And it's going to be a great bounce inside the 30. Still going to about the 28-yard line of Lakota West.
And now the question arises, can West answer after all their defense is done in this second half? Cam Thomas fired up. This defense is fired up. And the offense has to be fired up, too. They dropped 13 points in that third quarter, and now they have a chance here to go down, either tie or take the lead, as X does the tradition we all know and love. Well, I don't know if we love it very much, but they take their shirts off at the start of the fourth quarter.
It's an interesting tradition, to say at least. Any tradition,
especially in this weather, you got to respect the dedication.
Yeah. I mean, when everyone's taking their shirts off, I don't think you can just keep yours on, but I think I've seen some people putting theirs back on. So here we go. On 1st and 10, on the 28, Wiles in shotgun, high snap. He's going to take it himself and look like a possible face mask, maybe just a high tackle, but a big play by St. X, to say the least.
And X has got to be feeling like they need a stop here. All the momentum's in West's favor, but can the Firebirds sustain a drive here? They need to get some type of chunk play here. You can't just have it be runs up the middle. X knows that's coming. You got to have Wiles drop back and get some passes down the field.
Yeah, you talked about special teams earlier. Talk about a guy like Kofi Dufour who has a leg, 45-yard field goal. He can do it all. Wiles, quick throw out to Davis, and a big deflection right there. What a play by Braden Riley.
And now it's a 3rd and 10.
That was quick.
Quick throw. I'm not sure if that was the play right there. But we've seen it on 3rd and longs all season. Wiles has that type of magic that you don't see from anyone else here in the OHSAA.
Sound like you might have said Mahomes. I'm glad you didn't. Don't bring
I
the
stopped
demon
myself
back into my nightmares. So Here we go. Wiles, no backs, 4 deep. This is going to be a throw. It's going to be 5 seconds on the play clock. They need to go fast.
They got to toss it.
Got it
Snapped
off. Wiles.
No.
Freeman. I think he got that one off. I don't understand.
And Bolden is beside himself.
I would be too. The rule is
The flag against the Firebirds.
Bolden needs to get on the sideline before he gets a penalty.
And
but
you see the student section chanting words that I will not repeat over there.
yeah, I don't understand why that's a call. The rule is you look at the watch, and once it hits 0, look up. He had that for sure in time, but now it's 3rd and even longer at 15. A frustrating call, to say the least. Bolden, I think that just enough to not get a penalty there, but here we go. Motions Johnson. The snap. Looking.
He's got
good
all day.
hold. Fires over the middle, and he can't get it to Gilbert. He had him in
And Barnett
stride.
is so angry right now. He was open. And Miles had so much time to throw. He didn't need that. It's the second time tonight he's tried to force one to Luka when he had time to get it to someone else.
So now you have to punt it away. The defense made a great stand, and now they got to go back out there and do it again. Just a frustrating play, but Marquette will be back deep to punt. They bring everybody. Barely gets it off. I think they might have got a fingertip on that. It's going to roll a very good roll
Really good
inside
bounce.
the yeah.
Wow.
Still going inside the 30, and I think they're going to pick that one up.
What a punt. I think he got blocked too.
Yeah, that's
That's
all about
hardcore, showing off his leg right there.
I don't know if he planned that gravitational roll. I'm not very good at science, but something along those lines, Andrew. Just a very good punt. Still solid positioning.
How this defense is played, I'm not worried about stopping X here. You just need to get the ball back into your quarterback's hands. Obviously, that last drive didn't end the way you wanted it to, but you've shown you can score the ball in the second half. X has not showed they can move the ball.
This, Andrew, is going to be a very long fourth quarter, mentally and physically. Herbstreit in shotgun. Stadium pulse is loud to Britt. Britt has a nice run, and he'll get about 2 or 3.
And the holes that were there in the first half for X have just not been there in the second half. West has clamped down a lot.
Everywhere, offensively and defensively.
Second down for the Bombers.
So now here a 2nd and long once again, 2nd and 8. Feels like we've said 2nd and 8 for X so many times in this game. And West has done a good job here in the second half. We'll see if they can continue that here.
I think the aggression has kind of gone down and
Dwindled, yeah.
Herbstreit looking, has a man deep, and he can't get it to him. Just a little past the fingertips.
Wow, he's
right
going to
there.
work that one back. He had him.
He had Andrew Paris wide open.
He just burnt his man.
I think that was Ogletree. Just wasn't able to get to him.
And the deep ball, once again, that a very lucky break, but that deep ball has hurt us so many times right there. We are able to hold them, and now it's a 3rd and 8.
Crowd is loud. From the 29. They got to go quick. Under 5 seconds to go.
They better call this. Okay.
Gets it off. Herbstreit looking. Plenty of time. Steps up. Hits the ground.
It hit the ground. It hit the ground.
No way they're calling that a catch.
It hit the ground. Yeah, the ref's coming in.
Yeah, that's
the only one with common sense.
That's a good call from the ref. See, that's when one ref makes a mistake, the other ones can come in and maybe
That's
fix it.
good. I'm so glad. That would have been. Whew, you would have seen a rant out here. That
Maybe
was so clear.
Some student section lingo leaking out of the broadcast that that's one's called a catch. That was very clearly incomplete. So 4th and 8, another stop. Defensive battle. I called it earlier in this game. You're going to see it all game.
And like I said, I'm not worried about this defense. It's the offense. Can the offense execute? And all they need is 3 to tie this one, but you would love to see 6.
So Princeton gets a field goal early in the 3rd quarter. It's 10-14 as we'll see this punt. A low flyer Mason takes it and is
That's gonna be a
blown
flag. He
up
called for a fair
instantly.
catch.
I think he did not. I think he took it. A big hit by Shane Strayhorn.
Oh, man. That might have been one of those where you think it's a fair catch. He's had those before.
Well, you would expect it with how close St. X got. I think Mason just got a little too much in the
I
moment.
think he attempted to put his hand up, but he didn't put it up fully.
I think he just thought about it for a moment and said, nah, I'm going to take this one. And
I mean,
Glad he
regardless
didn't
of the
drop it.
situation, yeah, he's still at the same spot he would have been, but he just a little bit more bruised up than he should have been.
So it's 1st and 10
They have good field position at their own 40.
from the 40. Wiles and shotgun. This has just been a back and forth game. That one to Barnett. Barnett around the left side, and he'll get a solid gain. And you got to get something after this solid gain and not stall out.
Just seems like both teams are fighting for every last inch in this one when it comes to offense. Neither team can get anything going.
It'll be 2nd down.
So 2nd and 6. Wiles has Johnson to his left. Snap. Taking it himself. Johnson has an extra blocker, and he'll get about 1 or 2 there to bring up 3rd and short.
And now you got a 3rd and short here.
Out of bounds by number 4.
Danger zone for this offense, but you can tell this is a scenario where, I don't know, I mean, I think if I'm Bolden and I don't get this, and it's more than a yard, I think I'm punting this thing away just because of how good this defense has been, and there's still so much time left. You don't want to give X the ball in your own territory with how good your defense has been.
With how aggressive Bolden has been all year and pretty much all his career, I don't think he's going to
No
listen
one
to
in
you.
the backfield here, empty set.
A lot of blockers down there. 3 to the right. Snap. Wiles takes it himself. Fighting defenders, and he's not going to get there. And there's the decision. You called it. You don't want him to go for it, Andrew. But now we'll have to decide if they will.
I think they got to punt this thing, but it looks like, yeah, they will punt it.
Wiles wanted to stay
That's
out
the
there.
right decision right there. I mean, look at the time in the game, and you're confident that you can get a stop against X, but you don't want to give them a free, at least field goal here. They would have a pretty good chance of getting down the field.
So X will bring everyone again.
Nice
A
punt.
high flyer. Fair catch called, and that's going to be a penalty every single time.
Oh, man, Kamani Smith, just a mistake you cannot make.
I don't think
Man.
he meant to run into him, but yeah, that's going to be great field position now. And Andrew, we saw two huge plays in the second half, or excuse me, in that last game we played against St. X on the special teams, both being block punts, and I have a feeling with how much punting we're seeing tonight, we might see one here.
And we've already seen a bunch. I mean, the safety X got, that's 2 points, and right now that's put them up 16 instead of 14, and they got the ball after that, so that was a huge play. But also, the kick return Kamani Smith had was huge, and then the flag he had right there was also huge. So both teams have had some big-time special teams mistakes and big-time special teams plays that have gone their way. So we'll have to see. It's going to be one heck of a ride here with 8:30 to go. These two teams are as about evenly matched as you can get.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for St. X. You got to hope that penalty doesn't, I don't want to harp on it, but change the momentum. West has just done such a good job defensively. You just want to keep that pattern and not let anything go too far against your way. So Herb Street in the pistol. He's got Vollmer behind him. Crowd coming alive. They'll bring 5. Vollmer is tackled in his backfield. Bierman and company
Slow-moving
away.
play right there. They just never had a chance on that one.
Defense read that like a book. Grant Bierman has really stepped up. Purdue commit for a reason.
Yeah, and every senior on this defense has Giordano, Zerlinden, Bierman. I mean, all those guys, Derek Edwards, all of them have made huge plays here. They want to keep this season alive. They like this thing that they've got going. And, I mean, it looks like they could potentially have a rematch with Princeton if they win this thing. Princeton keeping it very close against
That
Miller.
would be shocking to not see a GCL team in the final 2. You mentioned it during a break. It'd be the greatest GMC season of all time. So
It'd be a breath of fresh air, to say the
Herb
least.
Street on play action. Gets it out, and a big first down and more inside West territory, inside that 40-yard line. St. X looking good to start this drive.
Like I said, the deep ball, it has hurt this team all season, and it continues to hurt them there.
So a new set of down, 1st and 10 for St. X. They're on the 38-yard line of Lakota West territory. But this crowd is relentless. They're not stopping just quite yet. They bring the blitz. Off play action. Herb Street looking, going deep, and it's incomplete. A big play by Finn Mason. He was looking for Cameron Taylor. Not able to complete
He
it.
had him, too. Just a little bit overthrown. That would have been a touchdown.
What a play right there. I'm not sure if he got a finger on it, but he definitely had some disruption.
That was
on
a
play.
weird play from the defense because they had him locked up in double coverage, and he somehow escaped. It looked like they might have the two defenders might have ran into each other or something of that nature.
Yeah, there was a collision. Definitely some kind of downfield collision. But it is 2nd and 10 now. You got to get a stop for your offense. Snap. They'll bring blitz. Britt up the middle. Nowhere to go. You're under 7.5 minutes to go. You need a stop.
I'm confident right now, but also it's kind of 4th down territory here. I mean, unless your kicker has an amazing leg, it's going to be tough to make this from 50-plus right here.
And with how your defense is playing, I definitely, if it's within reason, if you get inside 5 yards, maybe go for it and try to put this game away.
I would agree on that one, but 3rd and 9 here with how this West defense has been playing, you got to be confident in them right here. Season on the line. Can the Firebirds make a play?
Chase and shotgun.
Might
Britt
be a
to his
screen
right.
here on the outside.
Low snap. Herb Street rolling to his right. Has room to run. Decides to go deep to the end zone. Incomplete. Can't find Vollmer in that light red end zone.
And now X is in that weird area. They can't really go for it, but they can't really kick it, so I guess they'll just have to punt this thing.
I think they're going for it out there. The offense is staying.
Wow.
This is huge. I know a lot of football fans don't like it, and I'm hoping West doesn't go for some prevent-style defense and allow a big play.
4th and 9. All you need right here is a stop if you're West. Biggest play of the game, though, for sure.
This is a gutsy call.
I don't know if this for about this call for St. X.
Well, they're already down there at 5, so they'll call a timeout.
I don't know. With how your offense has struggled in this second half, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe if you get a deep ball, but that's going to be what West is expecting. And your running game has not really done much in this second half, so I don't know about this one right here.
So Specht will talk it over with his players, and we'll be back right after this here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So it'll be a quick little switch up. St. X decides to punt. This is the worst territory for a coach. You don't want to punt. But we'll see Maxim do it. West has a lot of guys on that line. They bring everybody. Plenty of time, a nice low flyer. And it's going to go into the back of the end zone. A very safe call. That could have been dangerous.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself pinned there. But nicely done. And now Lakota West, with their season on the line, I mean, there's still a lot of time left, 6:35, but it feels like if there's going to be a drive where you get it done, it's going to be this one.
That definitely gave them some life after that huge catch. showed they can still break through this strong defense. What a clinic West has put on in the second half.
All they need is 3, but they would love to get 6.
I know Specht he's thinking about
What a treat would an overtime be? Would an overtime game be here in the playoffs?
Started. Oh, I just wish we could have recorded this. This would have been incredible to have on the channel. But Wiles on 1st and 10 from the 20. Snap. Looking. Quick throw out to Barnett, and Barnett cannot pull that one in, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Really, just these past few throwing attempts have just been kind of off, and all that momentum that the offense had has kind of shifted away. They have not really been able to do much here these last 2 drives. But you still got to have confidence in your guy. This is what the season comes down to: is can you make these throws? Can you make these plays when your season's on the line?
It feels like in these close games, Wiles waits until the last minute to decide, all right, we'll score now. We saw it against Elder, and it's just nerve-wracking. So Wiles looking off of play action. He'll take it himself. Nice run down that left side, and he'll bring up 3rd and somewhat short for the Firebirds.
Yeah, gritty run from Wiles there. And all you need is field goal range. And with Kofi Adu before, he has the leg to get you back in this one. But you just need to sustain a drive. And this St. X defense, props to them. They've done an incredible job after how much momentum that West offense had. They've kind of drowned it out here in the second half.
Play clock below 15. Wiles with Johnson to his right. Motions Gilbert. Snap, looking, watch for Gilbert. Quick throw out to Barnett. Barnett on the screenplay. Cannot get there. Very close, but not enough.
And now the decision time comes. Do you go for this, or do you punt it away? I know Wiles wants to go for it.
It is 4th down for the Firebirds.
And I think
Grant Bierman is in the game, so
I think they're bringing everybody down low in the trenches. Here comes Big Giordano.
Oh,
the
man.
Extra blocker, 15 on the clock.
This is for your season, clock. Too, because if you give up this field position, wow.
You'll need a touchdown to say at the very least. So under
There's some
5.
Confusion. They have so many guys up there.
They're going to have to call time. Wiles was in shotgun. If you're loading the gap, you have to get a shot. That's a costly turnover. Turnover, a costly timeout. You cannot afford to waste a timeout on a play like that, but I guess it's better than turning over the ball.
I mean, come on. You cannot have those timeouts being wasted with how much time's left in this game. If X gets the ball back, a couple first downs, and they could really seal this thing.
And now that you've used a timeout, you have to get this first down, or it was all for nothing. You can't let that be in vain.
And I think they might punt it here. I would probably punt it here. Because if you do not get this 4th down, you got to trust your defense at some point. To either get a turnover or to get a stop and give your offense a chance to tie it up with a field goal. And you don't give your defense a lot of credit if you give them the X of the ball in your own territory and give them a chance to really just put this thing away. So I don't know. I would punt it here. I know a lot of people would go for it, and that might be the consensus opinion, but I think punting it here would be the better option if you're trying to just try to grit out this football game.
I got to go ahead. I think you got to go for it personally because I know it's a risky decision. I think they're going for it. They will go for the offense out there.
And that's like 1.5 yards.
If you get a stop here, you can still force a turnover, but it's all down to this play. St. X student section is alive and well. Wiles in shotgun. Snap. He'll take it himself. Up the middle. He's stuffed, and I don't think he got there. And that's a turnover on downs. St. X will come back onto the field on the offense.
Man, I just don't like that decision right there. I really think
very risky.
You should have just punted it because if your defense gets a turnover in plus territory, you have a chance to really be in a good position with how your defense has been playing. I just don't like that at all. I know I like being aggressive, but you're in your own territory. Your defense has done its job. you still have 5 minutes. I just don't know right there.
A good point of attack is that this special teams kicking unit has not kicked. They have a very capable kicker, 40 yards. This is already in that territory. Play action. Dangerous to go on the throw.
He's going for the win.
Going deep to the end zone and cannot connect. Flag down on the field. I think Herbstreit took a hit. I'm not sure what the call will be. And it's holding on the offense.
Ooh.
That puts them out of field goal range.
Wow, that's a big, big penalty. Wow. And you can't do that chant coming out from the student section. But if West gets a stop here, we're right back in this thing.
So now it's 1st and 20. Obviously, you don't want a field goal, but a stop is huge. First and 20. Herbstreit from about the 39. Snap to number 32
Really
of the
good
offense.
defensive
Nice
play.
defense. Nowhere to go for Kyle Knevy, and it's stuffed at the line. It'll be second and a country mile to go.
Yeah, Cam Thomas and Grant Bierman there coming in with a combined tackle. Just a really good job. It's tough to run against those guys. And as this clock continues to wind down, confidence continues to grow for West because they're out of field goal range, and it's 2nd and 21. So as long as you can get a stop here, you have a chance.
The stands are pounding the ground right now. 2nd and 20 to go. Herbstreit, snap. To Knevy again, fighting a tackler, and he'll fall forward out of bounds for 5. So that pushes him out of bounds. Another not smart decision from this Say Next offense. Now the clock is stopped with 4 minutes.
Yeah, you're giving West all day. And, I mean, if you're West, you got to be thinking, if we can get a field goal, we can tie this thing up. X has not done anything to tell me that they can score this football. And all you need is 3 if you're West. You got to be thinking, if you can tie this up and send this to overtime, you have a real good shot at winning this game.
This is reminding me of that Princeton-West game, which is not a good reminder to have because the offense just struggling in the 4th quarter, not getting points on the board.
Here we go, 3rd and 18.
Low snap. Herbstreit. Pressure coming. Gets out of it. Looking. Takes a hit. Going to the end zone. And it's intercepted. It's intercepted by West. Going the other way. Finn Mason on the catch.
Play of the season right there.
Everything. The ball hawk himself.
Oh my goodness, I think he caught it with one hand.
In the corner, looked like a receiver out there.
How about this secondary stepping up when they need to most?
My goodness, and now it's all down to the offense.
And you give yourself good field goal decision. Just an amazing play. Still a lot of time left in this game. Still enough time for Wiles in this offense to get something going.
Andrew, do you go down to where your roots and go for that run game, or do you sling it?
I think they got to get something out in space. Maybe a pass over the middle or a screen play maybe. But they got to get something going to either their running backs or Wiles. It's got to be in the ball. The ball has to be in the hands of Wiles. Maybe an RPO or something of that nature.
Season on the line. Could be the final drive for this West offense. Wiles, 1st and 10 from the 20. Hard count. Looking. Fires. Out to Mason. Mason cannot hold on. He breaks that tackle. That's a 1st down and more if he can hold that in.
And all they need is one big play. One mistake from the defense and one miss from the offense, and they can get this thing very far down the field. All you need is just one momentum shifter. That's going to be tough, though. This X defense has held up well in this 4th quarter.
2nd and 10. You cannot stall out again. Too many in a row. Wiles, no backs in the backfield. 6 on the line. Looking. Plenty of time. Only 3 come. Wiles sneaking around, still breaking tackles, and he'll run for about 20 yards to gain 3 or 4.
So nice play there from Wiles improvising, but a lot of time coming off the clock.
I think he wanted a face mask there. He's saying my helmet flew off for a reason.
Yeah, and
no call
he's
comes
a bit
down.
shaken up. He has to come off the field, too, so Jackson Smith had to come in on this 3rd down.
Oh my
no.
goodness.
And the clock is running. This is bad.
So 3rd and 5. You want to talk about pressure for the young.
Jackson Smith, what do you got?
This is what Friday Night Lights are all about. West
is
is
his moment.
cheering for this guy. Smith in shotgun. Johnson in the slot. Play clock under 5. And oh no, West has to burn another timeout.
That's no. They could have called that so much sooner because now there's only 3:10 left. They should have called that the second Wiles' helmet came off.
They tried to get the snap off, but Jackson just did not know. The play came in pretty much instant. I'm not sure. Wiles must have been a head injury from him. That's why he had to come off the field because he's up and about.
Well, when a player's helmet comes off, they have to come off the field for at least a play. So, just unfortunate there.
I think Wiles. I think that's why he was so angry. He was saying, "My helmet came off for a reason. There has to be a face mask, but it's not going to be called." And so now Jackson Smith, the pressure is on.
I think Wiles might be able to play this snap though, since they call a timeout.
He is talking to the ref. I see Smith. I think Smith is taking it because he is in that huddle. Wiles, I think, is just having a talk with that ref, saying, "Where was the call?" But just in such a respectful move from Wiles, playing a little or tossing it with Jackson Smith just to get him a little bit warmed up.
But yeah, this is the play of the season, and we're going to get a glimpse of what we can see from Jackson Smith in the future. We know he has the talent, but can he produce here?
We haven't seen him in a pressure moment like this all season. So here we go. Smith in shotgun. What do you got? 3 to the right, 1 to the left. He'll
Almost
go
got
for
him
the
with
hard count. Yeah, cannot get it there. Clock winding down below 5.
They gotta go.
They gotta snap it. And they're not getting it off. And
My
that's another
goodness,
flag.
what in the world?
You gotta get that off.
That has got to be the man. You call a timeout and you have a delay of game? Are you joking?
Gotta push him back some.
So now it's gonna be 3rd and 10. It's gonna change a lot for the offense.
That just cannot happen there.
He asked for the snap, just didn't get it. I don't think the snapper knew the situation on that clock. So 3rd and 10 makes it a whole lot harder to get the first.
This crowd trying to get hyped up for Smith.
They'll get it off.
He's got
Quick
one-on-one.
throw out. Got Gilbert. That's a hard tackler to bring down, but he makes the play. Nice play right there by Logan Beck. Or excuse me, Jax Hendon.
And I think they're going to go for this.
You have to. I mean, less than 3 minutes to go, only 1 timeout. This is now or never.
It's now or never.
Wiles is back out there.
We saw a 4th down stop last time they played here against Princeton. Hopefully, hoping for a better outcome here. They got to go. They got to get something quick. The time is running down, and so is the play clock. They got to go.
Fans are yelling to get moving. Under 10. Under 2:30.
Here we go.
Wild snap. 3-man rush. Got time. He's got room to run. Has the angle. Pushed out of bounds. West wants the first.
I think he got
And they
it.
got it. First down, West, and he got out of bounds. Incredible play.
Heck of a run from
My
Wiles
goodness.
there. Saving the season. He knew it. He saw the green grass in front of him. I think an ex-defender fell.
They're playing.
Wow.
I mean, that is incredible. They're only rushing 3. They're playing that zone, forcing him to make the play and run out. I mean, they're trying to guard it, and he still got loose. That is an incredible play, but they got to go fast. Wiles in shotgun, snap. Another 3-man rush.
He's gotta run it.
Looking around. He's got room to run. Rolling around. Gonna take it. He jukes out 4 men. First down inside of St. X territory.
Sam Wiles saving the season once again. He doing it all.
Oh, my goodness.
I was so scared he was going to fumble it because there was a defender running right behind him, but he
Two in
took
front,
that ball
2
in.
behind.
He found a way. His pocket presence is unbelievable. I thought he should have run at the
Ooh-wee.
start, but I don't know anything, apparently, as he just was able to take that. And they got plenty of time. They got a bunch of field in front of them, but you have to get at least in field goal range to feel comfortable.
So on 1st and 10, 49 of their own territory. Wiles fakes it. Looking around to throw. You can't be sacked here. Gets out of it. Still going. Turns nothing into a 1-yard gain. Not the best outcome, but better than that -10 he was looking at.
I mean, it's a game of inches, and
Officials timeout. Officials timeout.
The officials are going to call a timeout here. So both teams will get a break. I'm not sure who this benefits more, the St. X defense. And I think a St. X player is down on the field.
I think the biggest, the person right now with the biggest, just the most nervous has to be Kofi Adubafor. If it does get to a situation where they need a field goal to tie it, he has those ice in his veins. You know it. He's hit from 45. I think he's hit from 48 as well this year. 45, yeah, that is the number. But
42 as well, I think.
Yeah, so he has the leg, he has the distance. It's just, can they get in that range? It's about the 27, 20, something around their yard line. And if they can get there, they have a chance to tie this thing up. But I can already tell the offense is just thinking touchdown and we win.
Ex-defender finally gets up. That's Kobe Clapper. That is
that's their best defender. That's huge.
Best defender for sure.
Man, that's tough to see if you're St. X.
Man.
Even as a West fan, that is...
You never want games like this to go down to who gets injured. But like you said, Kofi Adubafor, I'm hoping you don't have to see that. You don't have to see a situation where you have to. I'd rather just, get a touchdown and take the lead. But
what an exciting game, though. I mean, both teams giving it their all. In the first half, you thought X might run away with it, but Lakota West has done just enough to keep up with them in the second half. And it's been a tale of two halves, to say the least.
13-point swing for Lakota West.
Second down for the Firebirds.
Moeller is now up 21-10, so if a West win occurs, it'll likely be them playing. We thank the 462 viewers out here coming out and listening in the hundreds in these student sections and fan spots. Wiles on 2nd and 8.
Still got a lot of time on the play clock, so no need to rush here.
Yeah, just take your time if you're Wiles, but he'll snap it. Another 3-man rush. Out to Barnett.
That was a low throw.
A low throw, but I think they're going to give it to him.
I don't think he caught that.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I'm not going to complain.
That was definitely a drop, or it hit the ground, I think, first, but they'll give it to him. We'll take it.
So now it's 3rd and short. You got to go quick.
They should go quick before they can.
St. X is getting loud over there. I think it's
3rd and 3.
Wiles taking it himself. Fighting defenders. Still going. 1st down.
The spin move from Wiles.
He's done it all year. He's
looking like Lamar out there.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got an entourage.
Oh, man.
Move.
They got to go quick, though. Under a minute and a half.
No, they have time, though. They're already in field goal range, but you obviously want a touchdown. But you don't want to have the game rest on your field goal kicker, especially in high school sports. Anything could happen.
I think that's just out. I think that's over 50, but Wiles taking it. Blitz coming. Going deep. He's got Barnett and can't get it. It's just too far.
Overthrown.
Ooh, I think he was trying to look maybe to see a...
I love that play. Taking a shot.
You might as well. It only takes one down. Your offense is rolling.
They have time, but do they have what it takes to get into the end zone?
So on 2nd and 10, play clock winding under 20.
X defense has got to be so tired right now. They've been on the field for so long on this drive.
Oh, man. Wiles did not expect that snap. Regardless, going to take it himself. Nice block by Davis. Fighting tacklers, and he'll get pushed down. And that's going to keep the clock running under a minute. They're going to have to go quick. Wiles.
Yeah, they got to go, but it is 3rd down.
He did not expect that snap, I don't think, but
they got to go quick, obviously, but it's 3rd down.
They want this to be the last drive of the game.
This crowd's getting hyped up, but Lakota West has got to go.
They're wasting
and
too
also,
much
you cannot
time.
take a sack here. Anything except negative yards here for Firebirds.
That student section to his right. Wiles looking, pressure coming. Gets it off, and he'll just have to throw that one away.
Oh.
And
no.
A flag comes out. Bolden is saying that is not.
There's a flag on the field.
Oh,
There's a
no.
flag on the field.
I think he was going, it might have been targeting Johnson. I mean, Johnson was in the area.
That's what he's claiming. But he's threw that one to the ground. I think they're going to call that intentional grounding. They're going to talk. This is a penalty that they usually talk about.
Attention all spectators, per OHSAA bylaw,
That is a killer if that happens. I think
spectators are not permitted on the field at any time.
you lose it.
At the conclusion of the game, we thank you in advance for your cooperation.
That is frustrating. So there.
We got some angry coaches next to us.
Gilbert's injured. I think he's talking to the sideline. He looked like a little limp. Might just be. These St. X coaches are a little relentless right now. They're continuing to yell. It's passion for sure.
Yeah, they were very quiet the entire second half, but now they decide to.
This is a very long discussion. The refs are in a huddle looking like an offense
I mean,
right
this
now.
is a huge discussion because it decides your season, essentially.
Turn on the Jeopardy music because this is continuing. I mean, can we get a stopwatch on this?
I mean, you got to feel for the refs here, though. They're in a tough situation.
You don't want anyone so angry, but here's the call.
It's on the offense.
It's going to be intentional grounding. Bolden is angry. He's yelling things at the ref. Oh, that is a killer. Okay, so it's an illegal man downfield. That is better than what it could have been. Bolden is very angry.
But it's still a 3rd and 7. If it was intentional grounding, that would be like a 4th and forever, and that would be
that
awful.
would be terrible.
But you still have a chance. There's 30 seconds left. And as long as you can get this ball, maybe 5 yards, you give Kofi a chance. And if you can get a field goal, you got to be feeling good. It is 4th down. It's 4th down. Oh, no.
So, yeah, I think it was a decline penalty for X.
Okay, so that's... Oh, they're bringing
the unit out.
Oh, my goodness.
They got to go quick. But this is a...
They have time.
This is a
Oh my
47-yarder.
Kofi, come on. He can do this.
One of the hardest moments for any player. It's on his shoulders.
Come on, Kofi.
Good snap. Kick is up. He got it. Good. It's wide left. He had the distance, but could not get it through the uprights. An incredible game and a storybook ending, but that is going to do it.
Wow. I thought he got that.
He had the distance.
Wow.
What a win for St. X, coming back after a loss in week 1. This has been circled all week long.
What a tough ending.
Everyone's letting it do 4-0. It's all right. It's all right. And this is week 1 against St. X was the game where he had a 45-yarder. And the kneel down happens, and that will do it. An incredible game. Lakota West just not able to pull it in the end. And that will end it for Lakota West Fall Sports. We thank everyone for tuning in all season long. It was a great broadcast year here in the box. I'm Nico Sork. He's Andrew Odell. And we will see you for basketball.